said, okay, why don't you go with me?
She the only one on bad, you got that get wrong. I got my stick up on the gas, never feeling off. You ready, live it up and flow the keys and you, baby, I can afford that we live in time till we get.
Boom. Mic test.
And we're in it.
and we're in it. Okay. Welcome back to Schmieef Talk. What?
I know we're starting so soon.
All right. You wanna do another take? Or you want to do like the combined intro thing like we did for Schmieef Report?
No, this is fine. We'll just keep it all in.
All right, cool.
Sorry, guys. We just kept all that in.
Easier for me. All right, guys. Again, welcome back to Schmieef Talk. This is episode, I think, seven. Episode 7. A lot of lost episodes. We had one with Orlando.
I think we lost maybe 2.
Yeah.
2? But like
2 on our own.
That's like 2 months worth of for like how we're doing it now. It's like 2 months worth of stuff.
Yeah, definitely. Yeah, the weekly thing was so unfortunate, but now better audio, better way of doing it. So that's cool. But oh man, I really wish we released those. The one with Orlando was funny because we were talking about the how we accidentally bought Nicholas a mushroom burger instead of a chicken burger or a chicken sandwich or whatever. Not even remotely the same thing. And we were talking about college and stuff like that. And Orlando doesn't go out and talk much. So the fact that we essentially forced him to do the podcast with us and he did it was kind of cool, you know. But you know, maybe next time. Maybe next time he'll get on it. Definitely won't, but maybe Gabriel too. But
yeah. He'd rather do nothing than come on our podcast, is what he said. So
actually, though,
yeah. What are you doing? Nothing. Okay. All right.
Okay. Yeah, not going over there. That's what I'm doing. Yeah, he's so disrespectful for that. But he's not cool. It says whatever. But you want to let them know what we're getting into today?
No. Should I though? Anyway.
Yeah.
Okay. Today we're gonna talk about a lot of stuff.
A lot of adventures.
Oh yeah, we're gonna talk about. We went on a little adventure
Recently, yes.
Yeah, it wasn't how I thought it was gonna go, but we'll go more on that later. And we're also gonna talk about the past months and the next month that's coming.
Upcoming plans.
Yeah, upcoming plans, stuff like that.
Also, not just that one. I also want to talk about the trek from was it your place or my place? I think it was. No, it was just Broadway Junction to Bedford. Or not. Broadway Junction to Orlando's place. That was also a fun journey. That one to talk about too.
Oh, all of our adventures.
Yeah, that's why. Before, you guys didn't catch it, obviously, because I wasn't recording. But before this, I went to go pee and I went to go get water. And it hit me. I remember Neo and I went on an adventure recently. So I was like, that's it. We could talk about like our adventures. So I said, adventure time. That's what we're going to talk about. So that's why I said adventure time, just because multiple times we've been on adventures. Mm-hmm. Even just to GameStop. It's a nice little journey, nice little walk, you know what I mean? But let's preface this. Let's give them some context.
Let's go first to like last, just like this one. That we remember.
So the most recent one to... Wait, no.
The first one, the earliest adventures to now.
Okay. Can you remember the first like adventure?
It was either we went to watch The Last Skywalker, which I don't think that was, because that was the day we went from Broadway Junction to Orlando South, which is like 2-hour walk, something like that.
Yeah, 2 about.
And either that or we went with Ruben and Melanie. We just got
off.
Oh,
it was definitely that.
Yeah, we got off on a random stop.
But that's probably not the first time, because I know that we had told Ruben and Melanie before, this is a thing we do. We just go to random stops and just walk around. I
don't think we did that ever before, though.
We must have, because I remember telling Ruben. I remember Ruben was confused, like, so you guys just get off at random stops and just explore? And I was like, yes, you know. But it's not like we did anything memorable. We probably just walked around and just went back into the train station. So that was definitely the coolest.
I think the only time we ever did that before was when we got off at Rockaway. Because we missed our stop or something like that. I think we did it by accident. We missed our stop. Yeah, we missed our stop and then we got off at Rockaway.
Wait, we've actually never been here before. We just stood in the same platform and just went back.
Because Rockaway is open. You know, the buses and stuff. That's why we could just go in and go out.
Yeah. But point is, we've gone on our fair share of adventures. Friend of ours, Ruben, and his girlfriend Melanie, we had this plan to get off at different stops and stuff, or at least have gone to different stops and stuff. We wanted to do it on the J train too, but I don't think we ever followed through with that. But we'd get on different stops on the L train, look around and stuff. That's what we wanted to do. And we told our friend Ruben about this, and he was like, "Oh, that's cool. You know, I'm down." So we set out a whole day to just go out to like a random stop and walk around. Do you remember? Was it like Halsey, Wilson? What stop was it like?
Yeah, I don't know.
Bushwick, Aberdeen. It was around. It was either Bushwick, Aberdeen. I think it was Bushwick, Aberdeen.
Yeah, probably.
Yeah. And so we went out. I think we walked like all the way to like. I want to say
we made our way to Lorimer somehow. I'm not sure what happened.
Yeah, we definitely stopped. I was gonna say we definitely stopped by Myrtle Wyckoff because we recorded we went into a grocery store and we recorded your Spanish assignment with Ruben in there. You remember that? Or like we took pictures for it. You guys had been recording beforehand.
Yeah.
They stole a donut.
I'm not sure if it was the same day, but we also went to the diner on Lorimer. It was the same day, was it?
I think it could have
been.
It probably was.
It might be the same day.
I think we never hung out with them again since. That was good. We need to do that again. We need to go on a cute little double date with them again.
Yeah, that was nice.
It was nice when we get like, I think I got like a bagel or something because like that place was like not expensive, but I just didn't have bread at the time, so it was super nice. But what we did that day, we got off.
I think I got grilled cheese. So
yeah,
we're going crazy.
Yeah, it wasn't a meal. I'll tell you that much. But we definitely how did the day start? Like we met up at the stop or whatever, and then Rue was like, "How's this work?" And I'm like, "We'll just take turns giving each other directions. Like every block we'll be like, all right, go right,' or somebody else would be like, go left,' or like keep going straight." And then we would just see what we would find. We eventually made our way to a supermarket, and then we had to retake or just take some.
Yeah, me and Ruben had to refilm our Spanish project. That's also, I guess, one of the reasons why we went out as well.
Yeah.
Because the first time we did it because me and Ruben were in Spanish 1 together.
Yeah.
And we were with Jonathan, and we didn't do an ounce of work. We all got 65s because they didn't want to fail us because it would look bad in our thing for colleges.
Yeah.
So we all got the same grade. We all did the same amount of work, which is nothing. And even Andrew, the one with like the longest hair.
Okay.
He on his test, you know how the bubble sheet sometimes goes from A to E, so A B C D E.
Yeah.
There was only A, B, C, and D for the multiple choice Spanish test, and he put everything E, because he knew he was gonna fail that. I'm gonna put everything E. I'm getting 0.
That's actually a definition of a quitter right there. I fuck with that like so heavily.
Nah, but it was so funny though when he showed us his Scantron. It's like, yo, you guys didn't get this right. It was all E, and Miss Morel was so disappointed when he handed it in.
Miss Morel, what a joke. No.
Oh yeah. But yeah,
we took a couple photos with ingredients.
Yeah, I was gonna say we didn't do it right the first time. I forgot what we did wrong, but probably a lot of stuff. And I think it was Miss Nunez told us what we had to do right next time. So what we ended up doing was because we can't look off of like a sheet that has Spanish or we can't use Google Translate, but we did it anyway. So I put my phone behind his phone that was recording, so it looked like we were looking at the camera, but we were actually looking at the things.
Smart.
And yeah, we just read off of the Google Translate, and we did it right.
And but I think that's essentially all. We just went walking a bit, just walking and talking, shooting the shit, you know. And then I think also, and then like you said, we went to the diner. I think you got like a grilled cheese. I definitely got like a plain bagel. I think they might have gotten sandwiches and stuff like that, but it's beyond me. And then I think that's it. We ended up on Lorimer. We went to the diner and called that night and stuff. That was really fun. So that was probably one of our earliest adventures. We also went on a trek to Orlando's house from Broadway Junction. It's popular stop on the L train. Very hip. Very. Escalators never work. They're known for that. I'm pretty sure. And so you want to give them some context for that? Because I'm pretty sure we met up early, like very early, like 2 hours early, and we were like, what are we gonna do? And
no, you were like, yo, because I think we talked about it before, like jokingly walking to Alana's house.
Yeah,
and then you're like, yo, why don't we just walk to Alana's house? And then we did it.
I distinctly remember you like sighing and turning around and just like starting walking, and I was like, all right, I guess we're actually doing. I was like,
oh yeah. You're like, when I'm watching the lens, I was like,
and then you just,
what else are you gonna do?
Yeah, you
What
slowly.
else are you gonna do?
You slowly turned around and started walking. I was like, "Oh shit, we're actually doing it. It's lit." And yeah, so it was like it was so much disappointment, but I was actually so excited. I was like, "Let's go!" It's like
Yeah, that one was pretty fun too. You know, walking for 2 hours. You know, it's NYC. You know what you're gonna see, right?
Oh yeah.
You know, if you go on a hike, then like that's like like nature. But you kind of know what you're gonna see. You're gonna see like trees,
Trails,
maybe you see like a bird or something like that.
Uh-huh.
Like the best you'll ever see is like a cool looking bird or like a red robin or something like that.
Like a deer, maybe.
But in New York, you know what you're gonna see.
Yeah, it's always a mystery, bro. And we took a bunch of pictures of like walls and cool graffiti stuff. I remember we take like random pictures. We'd be like checkpoint. We found a checkpoint, a cool thing. It would always just be graffiti because there's something like a homeless guy like maybe once or twice. So like people loud on a bike or I don't know. And so we found checkpoints, sent them to each other. I think I can't imagine still having them in my phone. I definitely deleted them.
Yeah, probably.
New phones and stuff.
I would imagine if I took any, I'd be like, what the fuck is this? And then I delete it because I wouldn't remember like we exactly took it there.
It was like just looking at my phone, guys. Like, was I drunk or something? I was just taking random pictures of walls, and they're like they're live pictures. So you hold them, and it's just like a picture of a wall, and then you hear checkpoint. It's like
that was the same day we went to see the last Star Wars movie that came out, Rise of Skywalker. Yeah, with everybody. And
that was actually the first time you gave me that was the first time I got an understanding of Star Wars. I mean, the whole walk there, or most of the walk there, maybe even just halfway. You explained the entirety of the Star Wars plot to me, and surprisingly accurate. Like you remembered like a lot of it, and I actually was able to absorb it.
I never watched the
prequels, like the ones with like.
I watched Episode 3, and I watched 3 Star Wars movies that day.
The last prequel.
Not that day, but I watched the movies in
beforehand.
Total. Yeah.
Yeah. So like
I never saw the original trilogy. I never saw the first 2 prequels, and I never saw the movie we were gonna see that day.
Yeah. Okay.
So pretty much I saw the original trilogy with you and the prequels with you.
Yeah. I just remember you like looking at me and being like I'm not gonna lie to you, we're gonna want to skip these prequels, and I was like, oh dude, let's watch them in order and stuff, and or like I don't know if we watched them chronologically in terms of when they released or in order. I think
we missed one movie. I know we missed one movie.
Yeah, you were like, this is like the lamest one. Like I think it was the second one, right? I never watched it,
but yeah, from
the second prequel.
Everything I've heard that it was like all online, but nowadays people are liking the prequels more, so now people are saying they're good because they don't like the new ones.
Oh yeah, you're comparing it to a sequel.
Yeah, so maybe thinking back on it, maybe we should have, but I saw it like not too long ago, like a year ago maybe by myself. Like just like I just like put on like a random movie. Like that's the only one I haven't seen yet. It was like when Mandalorian about to come out, so it was like in the Star Wars type of mood. And I'm not mad that we skipped it. Actually, it's definitely a skippable movie.
You said Mandalorian. Do you want to do your alien from the Mandalorian impression?
You go first.
All right, let's move on.
All right. Okay. But no Mandalorian impressions.
No Mandalorian impressions.
Maybe if Disney Plus sponsors our thing, we'll do.
Please, one. Disney. I'm gonna send an audition tape.
Oh wait, I'm getting a call.
I'm getting a call from Disney right now. They just heard my impression. I did it. You didn't hear it. I cut it out. We both did like alien impressions. Immediately, we got a call from Disney.
Someone in my after school program in middle school, I think Beacon,
does a great Mandalorian impression.
No, she was waiting on a call from Disney for like a very long time. Or like that's what she told us. Yeah, because they'd be like, all right guys, silence your phones. Because I really like watch a movie or something like that, because they took the movie sometimes, and then she'd be like, and then she like, wait, Disney might call my phone, so and you're like, what?
That's like the opposite excuse ever. That's like the weirdest thing to make up too. Hopefully she got the role.
Yeah, no, she didn't. She's still walking around these parts.
Nah, Disney made sure she didn't. But yeah, no, we saw the. You were even falling asleep at the original trilogy, I think.
I think every time I have.
Yeah, so like, but they're long movies.
No, not the last 2 of the original trilogy. So not episode 5 and 6, but the first one.
I vaguely remember you like falling asleep with like the little Ewoks, right? The little.
Oh yeah, maybe episode 6. Yeah.
Yeah, so, I was like, I remember you like slowly falling, and then when they were like the whole scene of like them driving the
But
Death Star and stuff.
It might not be because the movie was boring. Because I think I liked that movie. So it might have been because I was tired.
Yeah, you were definitely like falling asleep at it too. And Eastside, we watched it also with Eastside, I'm pretty sure. Or at least one of them we saw with Eastside. But I think it was like the last one.
I think it was all three.
They were all three with Eastside?
Yeah, pretty sure all three.
Okay. I know he definitely rewatched them recently. Or
Yeah, because we didn't see the prequels with him.
Oh, okay.
And we didn't see the sequels with him. And we didn't see Solo or Rogue One with him.
Yeah, we saw Rogue One with him.
Is that Rogue One with him?
Yeah.
Not in the movie theater I'm talking about. I'm talking about in my house.
Oh, okay.
Oh, no, we didn't see Rogue One in my house either.
No, it was a movie theater. We saw Rogue
Yeah.
One. That's what I'm saying. I thought you meant like a general. We've never seen him. But yeah, that was also a fun. I think that Rogue One is my first experience with Star Wars, besides like the cliches like I'm your father and stuff like that. But yeah, off that tangent, you explained like all the Star Wars to me like within 2 hours while we were heading to Orlando's place to then watch. That was the last Star Wars movie, right?
Yeah, all Star Wars to my knowledge.
Okay, yeah.
Remember, I didn't see most of the movies at that time, so. But I pretty much explained anything for you to understand this movie.
Yeah, it was just like the main of like Palpatine and Anakin, Darth Vader, and New Hope and stuff like that. So that was cool. So we took like 2 hours walking from Broadway Junction to our friend Orlando's house, and I don't think anything crazy memorable happened. I mean, besides the checkpoints, and like I bought like a 2 liter of Dr. Pepper, which now I have like very bad acid reflux and stuff. So like even drinking soda now like fucks me up, and the carbonation like is bad for me. So I can't like I was in my prime back then. Yeah, I was like a whole 2 liter. I think it was done by the time we got to his house. Like I drank it all. We stopped.
Yeah, that was when you're first getting into Dr. Pepper too. I remember you're like, yo, you asked me some like about Dr. Pepper. I was like, what? Don't get that. that was before your Dr. Pepper, like you started drinking a lot.
Yeah. I definitely.
So that was like maybe like your first, second time probably. I think.
I like it. I like controversy, man. Controversy sells, you know. Like I hear so many people. Dr. Pepper's like one of the like you either hate Dr. Pepper or you love Dr. Pepper, and I'm definitely I love Dr. Pepper type of guy. So yeah, it's probably a dumb idea to buy it when I didn't know I liked it or not. Especially like a 2 liter. It's such a big commitment. But yeah, then we saw the movie. It was good. Like
good experience.
Yeah, it was a good experience. It was a nice experience watching it with friends and stuff like that. But yeah, that's probably that adventure. And can you think of any other? I mean, we've definitely like walked.
I think the first time that we walked to the movies or walked back from the movies.
Linden Boulevard.
Yeah, from Linden Boulevard because we didn't exactly know where we were going.
Yeah. So, we knew a general direction.
We knew a general direction, but we didn't know how to get home from there. I think it was like a 40-minute walk if we were on the perfect path.
Yeah.
Which I'm not sure we were. It was like 50 minutes, something like that.
Yeah, and it was dark too, or it was getting
like
dark.
12 a.m. or like 9 p.m. something like that.
Yeah, it was very late. It was very late, and I don't even think it was one of those. It might have been. I don't think it was one of those days where we watch like where we hop like multiple. I mean, we don't hop movies obviously for legal reasons. I would never fucking do that, and you're disgusting if you do.
Yeah, pay for your experience, guys. Come on.
Yeah, what we do is we pay for like six of the same movie tickets, and or no, we buy all the tickets ahead of time, and
yeah. But I think what we usually do is we buy like one ticket and it's like one ticket fits all. So
yeah, it's like a one size fits most type situation.
So we
like
go
this,
wherever.
Yeah, it's like says
once you're in, you're in.
Yeah. It says at the bottom. It says like this is good for all theaters really at any time. It says it like in small and fine print at the bottom. So I don't even think it was one of those days where we saw multiple movies in the same theater at once. I think it was just like we went to it was just a late movie, and we were trying to walk and find our way to your place, I think, or any point of salvation.
Anywhere we could get home.
Anywhere we recognize.
Because the bus wasn't coming to us. Because we were supposed to take a bus.
Yeah, I remember that.
But because of how late it was, the bus wasn't working properly, something like that. We waited for like an hour, the bus didn't come, so we found our way home.
And we took the bus there. I'm pretty sure we took the bus, so we had no reason to believe it would, stab us in the back like that. And then it kept being like 3 minutes, 5 minutes, 6 minutes, and we were just like, it's not gonna get here. And so we just ended up walking, and it was cool. It felt like our forefathers. We couldn't use our like. I don't know if we used Google Maps. Probably did, but it we didn't.
We would have found our way home in a second.
Yeah, but it was nice walking around and stuff like that. But that's why when we say Adventure Time or adventures, it's just us walking and stuff, mostly without any sense of direction besides our intuition. I used to go on I remember I only did it like 2 or 3 times, but Hunter would be like, "Yo, you want to go on an adventure?" And I was like, "Yes." What the fuck? He's like, "Let's go, adventure time, go." And you just walk randomly to different places. And because I was a kid, I was like 4, like 5, like I didn't know anything. So he would take me from like 582 to like Lorimer, and I'd be like, I don't fucking know any. Like, we're in a different country as far as I'm concerned right now. And it'd be like a nice, like, let's go on like adventure time. And like every time we'd go like probably like a couple blocks away from my house. So it'd be like it'd be like a jungle. And I'd be like, that's crazy. Never seen this place before. So when we say adventure time, it's just us walking around, just having a good time, you know. And
Walking around adventuring.
Adventuring, having a good time, adventure time. Adventure good time having, actually.
So that was like I don't know. I can't think of all of them off the top of my head.
Yeah.
Just skip to the last one.
Yeah, okay. So this most recent one. So this one comes
Like a
with
week ago now? I'm tripping. Yeah,
Yeah.
like a week ago now?
probably. This comes with a little bit of context. We went to go see Avatar: The Way of Water.
Yeah.
W movie. Enjoyed that movie a lot. Great movie. And then on the train ride back, you turned to me and you said what? You said you had an idea, right?
You're pretty much spot right now. I turned to you. I'm gonna guess here. I turned to you and said, "Yo, we should go on an
I
adventure."
don't know what you said, but I was just
Okay.
like summarize basically your idea or
Like,
whatever.
I was probably like, "Yo, I have an idea" or something like that. That's usually how my ideas start. I'm like, "Yo, I have an idea."
It's all great ideas. Stay, yeah.
Hey, we should go on another adventure, and then I think we like talked later over the phone because you had to get off maybe.
Yeah, I mean, you definitely prefaced it with you were saying what the fuck was it? You're like no, by the way, like no phones at all. That's how you prefaced it. That's what I wanted you to say, because you're like we're not gonna use our phone at all, and you're like we're gonna go to Canarsie, last stop on the L train, on the Rockaway Parkway side, obviously, and you're like, we're gonna get off at Canarsie, Rockaway Parkway. We're gonna find a park. We're gonna find this specific park. You showed me a park.
Yeah, the Canarsie Park.
I thought it said Cricket Park, honestly.
No, the Canarsie Park.
Canarsie Park, and you're like, we're gonna get there, and then we're gonna find our way back home, but we can't take the same way we got there.
Yeah.
And so I was like,
we needed to find somewhere good to eat, and then I had a secondary objective to find something else. I forgot what it was, but I have it now. I think I ordered it online after the day was over.
you're like that. Well, that was a failure. Yeah, I know. I wanted to find like an Arby's, a Golden Corral, Long John Silver's.
I know Arby's wasn't around here.
Zombie Talkies. Let a kid dream, though. You know
I ain't sure your dream down.
No, I let a kid dream. No, I did. But yeah, no, I literally didn't want to do it. I just wanted to go on a nice little adventure, go out. You know, it's nice.
Mm-hmm.
We got a lot of walking that day, didn't we?
Yeah, I actually liked that adventure a lot.
Top 5 adventures.
Yeah. We found a very suspect trailer.
Oh yeah.
It was in because the way we had to move, we had to move different.
We were on some different moving times.
Yeah.
Honestly.
So we had to go through this like it looked like borderline abandoned place, and there was like a trailer that had like
it's
a bunch
definitely an off-road trail.
Yeah. It was like there was like no. It seemed as if no one would go there, even if they had to.
That's a little teaser. Let's start at the beginning.
Okay, yeah. No,
Let's start. No, it's fine. That's definitely that hooked them in. They're like off-road truck. Did they die? So let's hook them in. We met up. at
the train.
Yeah.
Oh, here. Your house.
Oh yeah. We definitely met up here.
Yeah, we met up here. We went to the train, then we took it to Canarsie. Is that last stop?
Last stop.
And then I opened my phone up.
Mm-hmm.
And I was like,
and that's where our first problem occurred.
Yeah.
Because I was under the impression that our phones wouldn't be used the entire day. And you had said a couple days previous when we planned it, or like if we planned it the day before, you were like, no phones at all. Mm-hmm. And I was like, bro, but what if like I look, you take it out for something? He's like, you can take it out. Like, I'm not gonna stop you, but I would be bad. Like it's gonna ruin the mood.
Yeah, I'm gonna be a little upset if you take your phone out and then look at where we're going.
Just look at our profiles, couldn't do that, but whatever, you know. I guess you're special. And so you took out your phone and you're like, and I was like, what are you doing? He was like, I'm just gonna open Google Maps. I was like, no, we're not. Literally the main reason we went out and you immediately broke through.
No, because I wanted to start at Canarsie Park. That's why.
But we didn't do that.
No, our adventure pretty much started at the Canarsie train then.
Yeah. And so
we're gonna find our way to the park, and then go back.
And he was like, we have to get to the park, and I was like, yeah, but we're gonna ask people around. We're not gonna, you know, our ancestors didn't have phones and GPS and Google Maps, so we don't need it either. You know, they were fine, you know. So I was like, put your phone away. Don't. We're gonna ask somebody, a local that's around there. And I warned you. I told you we should get a second opinion. Ask like a cop or something. You know, maybe they have a better information. But we got out the station. We took a right, walked for like maybe like a block or something. Maybe not even that much. And then we asked this nice man coming out of Dunkin' Donuts or holding Dunkin'. We asked him, "Where's Canarsie Park?" And he pointed the opposite way that we were going, so right behind us.
Hey, I knew it was that way, by the way. I said the seagulls are coming from that way. It has to be that way.
Yeah, I will give you props for that. I will give you respect for that. That you were able to read the directions of the seagulls. But those are pier seagulls. Those are Canarsie pier seagulls. Those were not park seagulls.
No, but I knew the park was on the water. The park was like on the beach.
Was it?
Yeah.
Okay. Well, we didn't see the park for quite some time. He said, I believe he said, sorry, I didn't mean to cut you off, but he said verbatim, he was like, it's 2 miles that way, boys. You're going the wrong way. 10, 15 minutes walking max. And that was incredible.
Right now.
No, and yeah, that's incredible to me because you had told me the park is 5 minutes away from the Canarsie train station, and you're like, I don't know, I didn't look it up, and I was like, I was
based off of what I saw, because it's on my phone, right?
Yeah.
So I can't really tell distance that unless I zoom in a little bit, because then I can see how many blocks there is each one.
Yeah.
So it kind of depends. But when I type in the Canarsie, whatever the fuck.
Canarsie Park, Canarsie.
Yeah, the train is on the same image. Like it's like right on the same image. Mm-hmm. So I feel like if he walked in the perfect direction, it would have been like 15-minute walk or something like that. Mm-hmm. But we didn't. Or go in the right direction.
For quite some time.
We were going in the wrong direction. I think for the entire time. Actually, it was like we never found the park.
It was like 20 minutes, and we were just talking like you were talking about like your brother's wrestling match and stuff, and we were just talking about our like weeks or days or whatever.
Yeah, we were talking about how many kids aren't in school that should be as well. There was like groups of kids, right? Like
I thought you were
3 or 4.
Yeah.
On our way to the place that we couldn't find, there was like 3 to 4 kids like every 2 blocks, just like not in school. Yeah, and this was not like after 3 by any means. I think it was like at 12. Yeah, it was at definitely before 12:30.
Yeah, and so I thought you meant like dumb kids who shouldn't be in school. I was like, when did we talk about that, bro? Like I thought you were making fun of college students, but yeah, definitely a lot of kids who should have been in classes that weren't. And I think about 20 minutes into the walk, I was like, this feels off. Like, I feel like we've been going for quite some time now. Mm-hmm. Like, this is definitely not a 10, 15-minute walk from what that guy said. And I really wanted a second opinion from a cop or something. But I was like, whatever. You know, I trusted it. I was like, this guy has been walking around here for years, I imagine.
Yeah.
So
he was bald. All bald people have wisdom.
Oh, yeah, that's facts. I've never known one dumb, bald person except Gabriel.
Whatever. Oh, yeah. Well, it's different. Because he could grow our hair. We just didn't.
It's like a chia pet when he grows it out. It's actually super impressive. And so we walked for quite some time, and then we took a quick stop to Walgreens, right?
Yeah, I was trying to find some.
Oh, that's what you were. You wanted to find Pop-Tarts. Also, you wanted to find.
Well, I just made. I did.
But you always want to find Pop-Tarts.
Yeah, okay, it's like a subconscious. It's like a subconscious thing as conscious. It's like when I see an opportunity to get Pop-Tarts, then my brain goes like, boom, Pop-Tarts. But yeah. Which is the same about Pop-Tarts that we always see everywhere, so I didn't get any.
Actually, let's talk about that really quickly.
What?
Every store in New York, why is your Pop-Tart game so whack, bro? Yeah. We've gone to Target, Walgreens, Reed and stuff like that.
We've been to many, many different stores that sell Pop-Tarts, and they all have the same exact Pop-Tarts. Like,
it's 3.
Cookie and cream, cinnamon, strawberry, sometimes chocolate. And then, like, the most unique things they have is, like, chocolate unfrosted, strawberry unfrosted.
Yeah, which you don't.
She's just like, wow, like, I'm not diabetic.
It's like a Pop-Tart minus the fun, you know? Yeah. It's like unnecessary. So like, I don't know. We gotta make like a 4-hour long conspiracy video because somebody's
there is one store that has a good amount of Pop-Tarts at Gateway that we haven't been to yet. Me and you haven't gone in there with each other yet.
Personally. Like
I don't think you've been in there either. I've been in there.
Oh, okay.
With my mom. Because like going food shopping and stuff. It's ShopRite has the biggest Pop-Tart selection. I've gotten one thing from there. I think it was the Boston cream Pop Tart.
No, you said you got talking popcorn from there, and that you like.
No, I didn't buy it. I saw it. Probably.
I wanted to gaslight.
Oh, okay.
Yeah,
No,
that's
I
yours.
didn't talk about like. No, I didn't buy it.
I ain't buy it. Don't put that on the record. No, but you're a sick person if you get Talkies Pop Tart. And then I saw Sour Patch Kids popcorn and Butterfinger popcorn, which is pretty weird also. But yeah, we stopped by at a Walgreens. We went in there, didn't see anything great. And then we went into Golden Crust, which I thought would be exactly like Golden Corral. I didn't know.
No, I knew what Golden Crust was, but I wasn't 100% sure, so I didn't say anything. I don't want to be like, no, this is like a Jamaican food spot, and then not be a Jamaican food spot. I don't go in there often. I know my mom brings like a bag that says Golden Crust, and I was like, beef patty and stuff in it.
Yeah.
So,
So we went in there, immediately looked, and I was like, dude, this is Jamaican food. This is not like, this is like Caribbean food. This is not seafood and stuff like that. So went out, kept walking in the same direction, saw a man behind who was definitely peeing and definitely seemed to like work there or something. And then we just kept walking straight for a while.
So long.
Until...
so long. If you went in the right direction, it would have been that long. But this is, an adventure. So it comes with it. No, you're not going that perfect direction every time you go. Every time you don't know where you're going, right?
No, you gotta take a random left turn sometimes,
Yeah.
And a random right turn we did take.
Yeah.
And I thought we were going into a Popeyes. We didn't. You want to let them know why? But for context, I was very hungry. Like I'd woke.
No, yeah, I was very hungry too. I was gonna eat breakfast. I was like, you know what? We're gonna go on an adventure and find so many places to eat.
No, you wanted to go to the park first before we found anywhere to eat. That's why you didn't want to eat anything. You're like, no,
Yeah.
we're gonna go.
Because in my eyes, the adventure didn't start yet until we get to the park. Because that's where we're gonna start. Because the park was like a big park. It had like a giant field, trails, trees everywhere, and it was like just a perfect spot to start an adventure.
Honestly, it was like a coming of age film. I think I said that too. You were like, yeah, don't need something sad to happen. And you suggested cut my leg off. You asked me how badly I need my leg.
Oh yeah. He was like, we need something sad to happen. I was like, yo, do you like your leg? Because I was gonna break it or something like that. I was gonna snap
or
it.
something like that. You're looking at a pipe on the floor, and I was like breaking a sweat. But we said I said it was like a coming of age film because it was like we expected to go from A to B, like a corny movie, like we're going to trip to the Niagara Falls, and then like all this crazy stuff happens, and it's not crazy, but it's just things we didn't expect.
Yeah. Yeah, so pretty much what happened after like the we walked for a very long time before we saw anything that could help us. Also, it started drizzling. Like we thought it was gonna start pouring rain, but luckily it didn't.
A little sprinkle.
It was just a little sunny rain, a little sprinkle here and there. It wasn't sunny at all, but yeah, a little sprinkle. And
there was nothing, by the way. Like it was dumb houses. It was like
there was nothing that would help us for a very long time.
They'd be
it was like 30. Probably like 30 minutes more. Maybe,
yeah.
Before we saw Popeyes.
It was literally just like a bunch of houses, and then occasionally you'd get like a bus stop or like a deli. It was really like, or like
very barren.
The saddest thing I saw is like we were going like 3 straight blocks, and then it was just like I was like, "There's nothing around here."
Yeah,
and then it was
like a New York City desert, bro.
Yeah, and then we saw one sign that said dental on it. I was like, "That's the saddest. That's the only business around here is dental. That's fucking sad. Y'all teeth might be teeth are straight though." But yeah, we went walking for a while. And then we saw like.
No, I want to preface. You didn't eat breakfast or anything.
Yeah, exactly.
I didn't. I was gonna eat breakfast, but I was saying, I was like, you know what? We're gonna like find something crazy to eat.
Mm-hmm.
So yeah. So I didn't eat any breakfast, and then we saw Popeyes. And, Angel tried giving him to temptation, but I ain't allowed.
I almost broke. I'll admit.
He was even to temptation, and I don't blame him. I was very hungry as well. A chicken sandwich with a. But you know what? It's an adventure. You can't give him to temptation at the first sight, even though we spent like 40 minutes starving, walking, looking for anything. We couldn't give it to temptation on the first thing. So
spoilers, we didn't go back. We didn't go back for that. I wanted to go back for that, but we ended up not going back for that. We got something much better. And
it would have been fire going back for that, but it was like an adventure, so I want to do something new. That's why I didn't want to go back for it.
We walked by it, and I was begging you, please, just
just
get nuggets, please. Like let's just
get one tender, bro. Please.
It was like $6 for like a bunch of ghost pepper nuggets, and I was like, they're probably not that spicy. You can get like probably a drink. I was like, please, like we could split it between us. Like I'll pay. Like I think I only had like 10, 15, probably just $10 on me, and I was like, please, bro, please. And we were like, no, bro. And then as soon as we passed by, you're like, it looks so good. Looks so good.
No, yeah. Once the temptation was out of our sight, I had to admit that I was about to kill myself for going by that.
But yeah, that was the first time we saw like a bunch of like strips. I mean, we saw a strip of a bunch of supermarkets. And
yeah, so we took a right there.
We took a right there,
so we could avoid all that.
And then we were going straight, and then I was like, "This is fucking ridiculous. We've been going for so long. We don't know where the park is." So I asked a guy in a car who was putting stuff in his car. I was like, "Excuse me, sir," and he's like, "Yeah." He's like, "Where's Canarsie Park? We're trying to find Canarsie Park," and he was like, "Oh, you see, it's down that way. See, like underneath the highway, it's like a block after that or something like that."
Yeah. So like that was our first confirmation that we were going the right way. Mm-hmm. So we've been walking for like 40 minutes, starving. We just passed by our only food source, and we're like, the event just didn't start yet, so we got to keep on going. And that was like the first W that we got. Like, oh my god, holy shit.
The thing is, we didn't go that way though, did we?
No, we didn't go that way.
No, we did not go that way. Why did we not go that way?
Because we're not going. Because he gave us direction to the pier. Our objective was to go to the park.
Okay, so.
But yeah,
you swore it was this way. You were like, it's like one block. Like he's pointing to the pier. The park is by the pier. It's like
it was
couple
to the
blocks
right.
to the right. Yeah, and so I was like, dude, let's please follow the instructions. But honestly, knowing him, he probably would have just led us to the pier. Yeah, I'm pretty sure he did lead us to the pier essentially.
That's a great point.
Because I don't think anyone in Rockaway Parkway knows what's going on. I feel like they just live in a simulation. They live with like VR headsets on or something. Because both of the people we asked didn't know where we wanted to go, which is very disappointing.
Yeah. So yeah, we took a right, and that's where we found. Wait. First, we started walking
past the Popeyes
towards the right. Then we thought there was no end in sight to where we were going. So we're like, all right, maybe we should go back a little bit, like backtrack. And we saw like a whole like wilderness thing, and someone like pushed down the trees in that area.
A fence.
Yeah, and we're like, yo, if you like. There's like dead bodies in there.
Yeah.
It was very spooky looking.
It was like dead body joke after dead body joke. Yeah. It was like, nah, bro, that car definitely has a dead body in it. Yeah. That shack definitely has a dead body in it. This guy.
No, because you guys, but like, it's the most abandoned I've seen like New York City ever.
It's like I've never seen a dead body, but I feel like it's definitely in there. Like I definitely stepped over a dead body. Like it was definitely buried somewhere.
Yeah.
There was a garden too. It was a nice little garden. But
and then maybe we also talked about because there was like an empty plot of land that dead bodies were buried at. Nice. Yeah, it was like a. It was like a cemetery road at the tombstones. So we're like, what would we build over that? What can we make that into?
We took a little 2-minute break to sit down and.
Yeah, if you were walking and starving for so long, you take a little break.
I gave you my genius, and don't steal this idea by the way. I'm patent pending. I'm gonna get this trademarked and stuff, but mansion on wheels.
Mansion on wheels. That was a valid idea.
It's like trailer park, like an RV.
Instead of an RV, trailer park is like an apartment on wheels. Mansion on wheels is like mansion on wheels.
And I thought it'd be nice to have like the 2 front wheels of a shopping cart, like the really small ones.
Yeah.
To have like one of those in each corner of the mansion and drag it around. when you try to pull it, it just like goes fucking flat.
You gotta be Mark Henry to drag a mansion around.
The wheel goes fucking flat immediately. It doesn't go anywhere. It's just a mansion now.
But everything we saw was either abandoned or looked like we were gonna die. So we took a hard left back. So we like backtracked heavy. We're like, yo, I don't want to die today. And like no one were here to scream. It was so empty and scary because there's also things around. Things that shouldn't be there.
It was the most full empty place I think I've ever seen in my life. Like it was a bunch. It was so much nothing. You know what I mean? It was like there was like one house with like a fence like the size of like our waist.
Yeah, it was not really stopping anybody. It was really weird, spooky, backwards looking place.
It felt like the society. Yeah. When they came back and then like everything felt like a little bit off because the pants are gone and stuff. Yeah. It felt like an alternate.
Dude, it felt like we were in a dream, but it was definitely real life.
Yeah.
Yeah. So that was like kind of crazy. And then when we went back, we didn't want to go like straight back because we could have taken like a shortcut to go to where we wanted to go.
Yeah.
So we ended up taking like a little shortcut.
The forbidden trail.
That ended up being a bad idea.
Yeah.
For many reasons. Mm-hmm. One being legally we're not allowed to go that way because of the highway and construction.
Yeah.
So we had to sneak past that. Not really, but we had to go past that. And there's also a guy. We didn't see a guy, but there was also like a.
It was an RV there.
Yeah, there's just like an RV in the middle of nowhere.
It was so dirty in that fucking RV. It was open just like
the scariest RV I've ever seen in my life.
There's definitely either meth being cooked in there or like. Like that's a brothel. That's a whorehouse.
Yeah, in there. We had to tiptoe by the RV van pretty much.
I did. Yeah, I didn't want to. I didn't want to make noise.
Were we contemplating going back? I think we were contemplating going back just so we could avoid the RV.
It was the thing is, it was a dead end. It was like a dead end. Like,
Yeah,
it was like
it was
a
dead
highway.
End. Yeah, it was dead end, then a highway, and there's construction there too, right?
To the left. Yeah.
Yeah.
And
So it was like a no-go there, but we still went.
it was like the end of
because we didn't want to go back again.
The thing is, like we walked down down the road, like we were on the road at this point. We weren't on the sidewalk, and in front of us was like just a bunch of like grass and like a fence, and then a highway behind that, like a house to the right, house to the left, but like to like in front of us to our left was like an opening, and I was like, we gotta go here. We have to explore here. This obviously, like, we're not gonna go back the same way we went, and which is something we also said later on when we got to a hiking trail. But we'll cross that bridge when we get there. And we were like, we can't go back. We can't go back the same way we came, so we have to go forward somehow. And we took that trail, snuck by the Crackhead RV, snuck by the construction, which is just like
we had to sneak by both those things.
We just like stepped over like a roadblock or something like that.
Yeah, we just like hopped over it.
Yeah, it wasn't anything crazy.
Make it seem like we're like a Batman. We're
no, you're casually walking with our hands in our pockets whistling. Just be quiet about it more. Like not.
But then we had to go through a highway as well.
Yeah.
And then we went through that.
Really, really quickly. It's not important at all, but it scared the shit out of me when we were walking to the trail, like at the end of the road to go to the past the RV. Mm-hmm. There was a leaf that was like dragging because the wind. It was dragging, and I thought like somebody was like scraping like a dead body. Like I literally like I don't like it's not.
That was the sketch place. For like 20 minutes, we were like going from sketch place to sketch place for like 20 minutes.
Dude, Canarsie is sketch central, dog. That shit is so weird, and that place is peculiar, bro.
Yeah. So we just ended up going to where the people who directed us led us. So we ended up scratching the park idea.
Yeah, and we arrived at the pier.
Yeah, we went into the pier. And I realized when we got there, I've been there before. I remember my mom brought me there one time before, like a long time ago. My sister to the pier. For some reason, I forgot why. I could potentially throw in the video that we recorded. My apology. You could throw in my apology here. Yeah. Throw in the apology right here.
I'm not allowed to say it on YouTube. A lot of serious accusations have been held against me, and as you can see here, I'm as innocent as they come. Link in bio for merch, and I'm deeply sorry.
Why should I record?
That's actually ridiculous.
I'm taking a bunch of photos so we could like stitch it together.
Choose it to be a thumbnail?
Huh?
Choose one to be a thumbnail?
No, so we could like play it together and then maybe we could like add our own sound later, right?
Dude, it's actually so scary. If I fall back, it's just gonna be like, I think I would die if I fall like.
Let's not even think about that, right? It's just like, let's not even think about that.
Alright, I'm sorry. The allegations are not true, but, you know, I have to apologize in public or else I'm guilty, right? Is this what you wanted? An apology?
No.
That's it.
Dude, my hands got so fucking.
Okay, cool.
Now we're back.
Now we're back.
And what do you call it? So we were at the pier, and then we filmed into the apology video, and we were like thinking about where to go next. I was still a little bit wanted to go to the park, but you know we had no idea where it was. All the directions led us there.
And it's not even that. It was just there was no one to even ask. It was just all road and like grass, you know, and then the pier. And there was so many cars parked there, but like no one was there. You know, I think it's just like a public parking lot or something.
Very
like
suspect.
That. Because it's not like a house for like a few blocks. You know, there's apartments and stuff, but like it's like
past the highway.
It's like 2 or 3 blocks across. You know, so like why are you going 3 blocks to park? You know, it was just weird. It was like a weird roundabout section too. So there was like a bunch of cars and trucks as well as buses and people and bikes coming, and we finally got there. It was very windy. We finally got not finally. We didn't plan on going to the pier, but we eventually ended up at the pier, like we said. Saw a bunch of geese, right? Goose. Again from the apology video, and then we just sort of took off.
Yeah, stuff didn't go as planned, you could say.
Definitely.
So yeah, our intention was to go to the park. We had no idea where the park was. If we went to the right anymore, which is where I had the idea of where the park was, then we would have to backtrack heavy.
Yeah, it was just like I think to our right was just like road, highway.
Yeah, so we'd
like
have to like spend like 40 minutes on like the same thing. Cause probably would have taken us like another 20 minutes to get to the park, even if, and then 20 minutes back. It didn't make any sense. Like just go forward, just go backwards. So we just took a left onto a trail.
Mm-hmm.
Thought it was gonna be like a little short trail.
Well, it was a bike lane, is what.
Yeah,
it,
we
it
thought
wasn't
it was
a trail.
a human trail. It was a bike lane that spanned for miles.
Yeah, and we saw like the same like 2 bikers, like I think twice, maybe even 3 times.
At this point, we've been walking for a very long time. By the way.
Yeah.
Very, very long time.
I had like starving. By the way, I'm like very hungry.
Me as well.
And my thighs. I'm a hefty little boy. I'm a hefty boy. I have some weight on me, nugget, for sure. Like if you didn't say anything, they would have known we did that. Actually, maybe you would have heard it. But my thighs were rubbing together quite immensely, and my runway was getting very sweaty. Which, if you don't know, it's your taint, which is the skin between your balls and your asshole.
All right. Yeah, cool.
There goes our sponsor. But yeah, I was like, my thighs were burning. My thighs were absolutely burning. They were red. I felt like there were bumps on it. Like it was terrible. And I was sweaty, and down there I was sweaty, and I was hungry. I was starving. I was tired. Mm-hmm. And so I didn't want to keep going. And then I was like, we gotta go back. We gotta go back from the highway way, and just call it quits and just go back home. Maybe find a different park or something.
Yeah. But a little thing I know about me is...
And why did that not happen?
I'm no quitter. I was like, no, we're doing this. We got to go forward. Because my biggest thing is I want to backtrack on an adventure. Because then it's not an adventure. You're just like retracing your footsteps.
The only way back is forward.
Yeah. So I was like, you know what? We're going all the way. Mm. And at that point as well, I didn't know it at that point, but my socks were like not really good. My socks and my shoes weren't really good for this length of an adventure. Yeah. Because we didn't know how long we're going to do this. So it wasn't that good for it. And so it turns out I had, you can still see it, I had like a big blister on my foot. I had 2 on my right foot. I don't think I had any. No, it's on my left. I don't think I had any on my right. And then on top of that, my I didn't know at the time as well, but my left pinky toe was hurting really, really badly. Mm-hmm. It was like aching. Yeah. And I was like, oh fuck, my feet hurt so much too, bro. It's like even if I wanted to run, my fucking pinky toe would fall off and my feet were gonna like explode. So yeah, we just kept on like hiking it, and yeah.
And there were no breaks.
Nope. Yeah, we didn't take a break. And we found some stuff on the way. You want to tell me what we found?
Definitely. I was hoping you'd never ask because there was nothing. It was not like there's no, you know, it's like the same way.
We saw some like milestones that we could like pass by and be like, okay, we're getting somewhere.
The crane.
And then they got lost to us.
Oh yeah.
On the way, the milestones just got further and further. Like the closer we got to them, the further they got away.
Dude, it was like an oasis, like a mirage, bro. Like we were in the desert and we were just seeing things.
Yeah, dude, I swear it was like we were dreaming, bro. The closer we got to things, the further away they got. There was suspect ass shit everywhere, like that trailer thing.
What scared me the most is the same people coming back biking.
Yes,
we
saw the same guy 3 times in 5 minutes.
Yeah. I was like, all right, this is, come on, like what, like I couldn't even finish my sentence. I was like, that's
it was like we were hallucinating on shrooms or something like that. It was crazy.
Dude, it was like you ever seen that video of like Hasbulla filming himself and like he's running but he's not making any like leeway, like he's maybe like running from like this door to like that door and it takes him like 6 minutes. It's so funny. He's so small. Hasbulla the GOAT, by the way, no cap, got a picture of him, throw it up right now.
Bam.
W. And there's really nothing to talk about. It was just like really unusual. On some like Black Mirror shit. It just felt weird walking that long, being very tired and
crazy.
Hungry. Yeah, it was crazy. And yeah, there was nothing really memorable about that until I made a joke because there's like, you know, obviously like a fence thing stopping you from, doesn't really stop you, but it should in theory stop cars from like going off the highway
into me.
And then people from running into the road and stuff. And so I saw what looked like a notepad. And I wanted to take a break so bad. Like, I wanted to stop walking. I was like, yo, what? Neil, what the hell is this? It's a notebook. I swear to God, I was like, this is a notepad. And then I got closer, and it was just on every like, fence thing. Whenever the fence stopped and started again, I think it was, like, a thing to hold it together. Yeah. And then when I went to go, like, open it, because I thought it was, a notepad, I saw a phone next to it. And I was like, holy shit, what the fuck is that? And I was like, Neil, look, and it was raining, so it was like a little bit wet. It sounds like the screen protector on. I still haven't taken it out, but I took it home with me and I charged it and stuff. And there was like 5 missed calls, I think, from 2 different numbers. 3 of them from one number and 2 of them from another one. Mm-hmm. So I want to call those and see what's going on because it has no information on it. Like definitely no SIM card or whatever.
Burner phone, yeah.
Yeah, definitely, and it has those 5 calls and it has 2 messages. One from Marcus, which I'm assuming, which I know is a bank, and another one is just a random number with like here's your code or whatever. So like probably like a throwaway thing. But one of them is definitely like a bank called Marcus, which is pretty cool. And the other one is like some random code from a random number. So real drug dealer shit. And I can't use the voicemail. There's like voicemails on it. I think 1 or 2 voicemails, but I can't listen to them unless I get service on it. So I would have to pay for like a SIM card or pay for service on the phone and then be able to listen to it. And it's probably just gonna be like, yo, is your bank calling? Like, call us back. Don't use your burner. Mm-hmm. but that's it. I have it at home right now. It's chilling in my drawer. But what do we? That was the only thing that really happened on that trail besides seeing people again
and like hallucinating and all that stuff.
Yeah.
And so we eventually got to the highway. No, yeah, we eventually got to a pathway that we could potentially leave.
Oh, like a bridge over the highway, right? We eventually reached there. And,
yeah.
And we did not go.
No, we didn't.
Back. We did not take a left. It was Salvation to our left and moves to our right.
And what's our right?
There's Salvation. There was streets, buildings,
potentially somewhere to sit.
and what was to our right?
White Trail.
There's a white trail. It was a state park.
Oh yeah. Sorry, it was a state park. I went to a state park and went to an even longer trail.
Yeah.
Yeah. What was the state park called? Remember?
Something with an S. I don't know.
Like Sydney.
Oh yeah, I think it was Sydney State Park.
Sydney State Park.
Something along the lines of that, definitely.
And we just like walked up to like a booth there. And we were like, "Yo,
where's anything?
Where's the nearest something?"
Yeah, and they're like, "Yo, you here to hike?" And he's like, "I guess, man." It was like,
that's what we've been doing.
You ever seen the movie Yes Man? It's just Jim Carrey. Like he gets told when it's like, bro, you gotta say yes to everything, bro, or else you're gonna be a pussy your whole life. So he just says yes to everything, and like his life goes like weird. I felt like that was what we were doing. It's like you boys looking to hike? It's like, I guess we are now, man. I guess we can't say no.
I guess what we've been doing.
That's what we're on.
Yeah, he gave us a map of the location that we were at.
Beautiful map. Beautiful map. Beautiful park. It just we weren't. I wasn't definitely in the mood to take time and just.
No, but I felt like it was too late to turn back. He gave us like a 5-minute conversation and then gave us a map and told us a bunch of stuff. And he'd be like, all right, man. And then we like walked out. It would have been like kind of disrespectful. So I was like, you know what? We gotta go do it now.
We asked like, what's around? Like I was expecting him to be like, oh yeah, no, there's like a small little like hot dog stand over there or something like that, or like a little place that got ice cream. And instead he was like, what you trying to see? And I was like, what? Like
he's like, well, this is a longer way. You can see some water. This is like a higher way, and you can see some land.
You can get some height. It depends on what you want. And I was like, all right, cool. We'll go see some water then. We walked down the oyster catching trail.
Yeah.
Mussel catching.
And like halfway, I was like, we could just stay here until like the time's up, and then we can go back.
We sat down on a bench, and it was still drizzling a little bit. We sat down on a bench.
Like
a
few minutes.
Nah, like it couldn't have been more than 3.
Yeah, like 2 minutes.
I checked out the phone a bit, tried to turn it on. It was completely dead. Surprise. And then we were like, all right, cool. But one thing about us is you don't turn back.
You don't turn back ever. We literally never turn back. Even when it's like God giving us a sign, hey, turn back. I finally given you the opportunity to turn back. I'm like, nah, bro.
Dude, if
marching forward.
If the road ahead of me is cracked, I'm taking a left, bro. Like I'm not turning back. No way, no how. So one thing about us, we never turned back. So we didn't turn back. We just kept taking trails.
Yeah.
Until eventually there was what looked to be a dead end because there was so much mud, and I was wearing white Air Forces.
No, yeah. We walked up the it was like a gravel trail, and to the right there was like a hatchet as well. So we like went to that like directly to that.
A pothole, like a man.
Yeah, like a pothole, but in the middle of the dirt.
Yeah.
Which is like you don't see that often.
No, that's where dead bodies are kept.
On top of it read employees only.
Yeah.
And we're like, nah, it doesn't matter to us. We're not going there.
We're not employees.
And
to our left there was like a beautiful water, like a lake water. It was water, and below us is just a perfect spot for like someone to just get sniped. You know what I mean? It was just like a lower trail. We were in dead man's. We were dead men walking. I think. I feel like
Yeah,
at
we were
any
in no
moment,
man's land, right?
at any moment, somebody could have killed us and hit us into like the tall grass.
Yeah, that was a big fear of mine. Like when we went, we took a after the pothole in the middle of a dirt in the middle of a state park. Saw Paul in the middle of a state park. After that, we saw the corn maze like trail.
It was a real, yeah. It was a lot of tall rods of, I don't even know what they were, like wheat, man. They weren't wheat, but they were like really tall stems, basically.
Yeah. And then it
trails.
seemed as if there was like a hatchet man waiting there for someone to come by.
Dude, literally, it's
It was
like
so scary.
it's like
it was so spooky.
literally like one of those cliches of just like getting lost in a cornfield and then like a killer coming out from the corner or something. Like, it literally felt like that.
And so being the adventurers as we like went right in there.
No balls, no going back. And until this is the first time you cracked. I think it's the only time you cracked. I cracked at Popeyes. You cracked that. You turned to me. You're like, Andrew, we can't go that way.
Yeah. It was so spooky, bro. Because it literally, if a hatchet man came out, we'd be dead. There's nothing we could do. No one could hear us. It's covered by giant stalks of
stem, plants or whatever.
Like an 8 foot tall man couldn't see above it.
Yeah, definitely.
So it was like, dude, we gotta go back. But
one thing about us.
If one cracks, the other one anchors down.
Yeah.
We push forward. So that's what we did, sadly.
Yeah. so you wanted to turn back, and I'm pretty sure you're like, listen, I know we're supposed to not turn back, but I can't go that way. Like, my shoes are getting fucked up, bro. These shoes are brand new, basically. And I was like, I just reminded you, like, yeah, one thing about us, we're not going back the same way we came. You know, we're finding a different way. Look, people don't know this, but look, I take a different route home every single day I go out.
You don't. No, you don't.
All right. Home is different. When we go on adventures, though, that's a completely different matter.
I go the same way every day to school. I go the same way every day to my grandma's house. On adventure though, no sir.
On adventure though, I'm a different breed. I'm a different mofo, respectfully. But you were cracking. You're like, I really don't want to go that way. And put my hand on his shoulder, and I was like, we can't go back. So we went slowly, and he was like, how are we even gonna get there? I was like, this is how. I started stepping on the sides of the trail where like the stems were coming from.
You forgot to tell them there was it was like once we started walking through the corn maze trail, right?
Yeah.
Then we like turned left because it was leading us left. It was only a one way trail, and when we turned left, it was just like mud.
Oh, yeah, it was.
Yeah, just mud.
Yeah.
Yeah, for like a long part of it was just mud. So there's no way we can go without sinking into the mud and dying probably.
Lucky, my thing is I'm a bit confused with that because it wasn't even like it was raining hard. You know, it wasn't like it was raining so much that it turned into mud. I feel like that's just there. I feel like that's just like to stop people from going that way. But
yeah, it was like a long way. It wasn't like 5 minutes of mud, but it was like long enough so that you'd be sinking in knee high in mud. Yeah.
I wouldn't go that far, but it was fucking annoying. It wasn't that. I was like, it wasn't 5 minutes of mud. I was like, it's definitely not 5 minutes of mud. It was like a couple of seconds. We even raced to the end.
No, we didn't.
Yeah, no, you wanted to race.
No, I said, yo, whoever gets to the end of this mud faster, because you gotta go fast, otherwise you'll like get mud everywhere.
Yeah.
So you gotta like go to it fast.
You got mud
it's like a giant puddle. You gotta go to it fast to go around it.
Yeah.
We couldn't go around it. We can't go back. So we have to go straight through it.
We can't go back. Giving ourselves this rule. We can't go back, obviously. But yeah, so we went that way. You were like, yo, wait, first one to the end gets $1.
Yeah.
And I was like, you're on.
Yeah,
and then,
he said you're on.
And then I took like not even 3 steps, and I was like, I'm not gonna slap my fucking like shoes through this wet ass mud.
No, I want to give from my perspective. You said you're on, and I was like, oh, it's on.
It's on.
And then I started sprinting, and then I looked at you like passing you, and you're like, nah, and I'm like, nah. Like my feet were already covered in mud at that point. Like it was already done.
And you couldn't. I don't know if you.
I was already like in the middle of the trail trying to earn my $1. You're like, nah, like halfway through.
No, you said, what do you mean, nah?
Yeah.
I almost fell to my knees. I was like, I mean, nah. That's what I mean. I mean, nah. I'm not doing this. That's what I mean.
Yeah. So I was like, I had my shoes like all covered in mud. It was like I just cleaned them too. It was like brand new white shoes, like white and blue. And they're all covered in mud. And I thought I was gonna earn $1. I was like, nah. Like, what you mean, nah, bro? I'm already like knee high in mud right now.
So we got to the end of that trail, and then
I got there really fast. Yeah. You got there a little slower.
I got there like relax. It was like 7 seconds after you, and so we followed the trail, and then it wasn't like a shortcut. You definitely could take one trail and then go to the other gravel road. But we went from like the muddy trail thing, and instead of continuing that, we just sort of like stepped over a bit of grass and went to the gravel road, which was directly to the right of the booth. Mm-hmm. And as I was walking back, you stopped me. You're like, wait, no way is that a log?
Yeah, it was like a bench log, but it was like a log you could sit on. Mm-hmm. Yeah, it's like, yeah, there's a fucking log over here, bruh. When was the last time you saw like a log, in New York City? just like right there to sit on.
Incredible.
Yeah.
Real shit.
So then I made you go back to the log. You're like, nah, I'm leaving.
Yeah, I was so down. I was like,
I was like, Angel, the log. He's like, what the fuck does that have to do with anything? I'm leaving. I'm going without you. I'm like, no, we gotta stay. And then you came back.
And then he said, is this a plaque? It was a small tree being held up by sticks, and it was like, you're like, is this a plaque? So I took like one or two very zoomed out photos of you, and then I walked all the way to you.
I was pretty. I ran to the plaque, by the way.
Yeah, and so I walked all the way to you, and
it's pretty far.
Looked at the plaque. It said some bullshit about some dude who invested it. We started the park years ago. Yeah. That's it. And so we sat on the log for like no more than 2 minutes. And then it was back on the old dusty trail. So we took the gravel road to the entrance. It was a different person there. Mm-hmm. I wanted to ask her where the other guys went, because we probably looked crazy. Like, we were definitely the only people in that state park at that point in time. There was no one there.
No one there.
Not even a soul. Not even a hint of living life. Yeah, that happened. So we went to the entrance, and we were a couple miles away from Gateway, as you said. You're like one or like what? How?
Probably like 2-3 miles.
2-3 miles from Gateway.
On the trail again, so we had to take like the same trail, but the other way.
Yeah.
You just keep going forward.
Keep going on the same trail we got there, right?
And we were not about to do that.
Yeah, and your foot was also killing you, and we were fucking hungry, and so
starving. It's been like 3 hours at that point, right? 3 hours of walking at that point, probably.
I was like 3 hours and no food. You tried like 7 or however, like the day before even. But yeah, so we went over a little bridge thing that went over the highway. We finally got to like some civilization.
We saw like a first real person.
Yeah, we finally saw a city. Yeah, like actual buildings and stuff, and not just fucking trails and grass and road. And
we also passed by a beach that also had like a pass. That also had like. It looked like someone was gonna kill us.
Oh, there was the cult path. Yeah. By the way, there was so much garbage there.
Yeah. There was like a way. There was like, yo, Angel was like, yo, if we go there, there's gonna be like a cult with
definitely people,
like tiki tortures and shit
somebody's
like that.
definitely somebody was definitely tortured right then, and like a fucking sacrifice in that trail. Like
so many scary stuff we passed by.
Yeah.
And by the way, it was daytime. But it was also really dark because the clouds were so thick.
It was a cloudy.
It was day, but it was dark. It was like 3 o'clock, and it was like not midnight, you know what I mean? But it was like fucking dark as shit. Like as dark as it could possibly get for daytime.
Yeah. It was just dark enough. It was just light enough for you to be like, this is technically not nighttime, but it was damn near close to getting very dark. And it got to the point where before we even got to State Park, and we were just hiking on this fucking like bike lane for like what seemed like hours. Honestly, I was just looking at the ground was full of like trash. Like bottles, cans.
It was like. Yeah, it was like the ground made up of trash.
You
could barely see the ground almost.
It got to the point where I was looking for chips inside the bags. I was like, dude, I need like something, like one stray talkie or something.
Yeah.
Like
we were down really bad right there.
Yeah, but we finally found civilization after State Park, crossed the bridge, got there, and
kept on walking, fucking walking for forever.
Actually, we stopped by the Boston Market.
On the left of the strip mall, right?
Yeah, on the left was like
we walked like 5 blocks maybe in size, and then we saw strip mall on the left.
It was probably like 3 or 4.
I don't think it was.
I don't think it was that.
You just could have said 5.
You could have said 5. It wasn't. It was like 3 or 4.
Okay.
And there was just like public housing to our right, and then there was like a strip mall. Actually, it might have been closer to 5. I don't know.
Yeah, thank you. Mm-hmm.
I just don't want to fight anymore. And so we had passed by this. So we passed by this all the time because we take the bus to Gateway from my place or Nia's place, and there's a Boston Market that we pass by every time when we're on the bus. So I was like, fuck it, let's try it. We're starving, why not? We're a couple starving Marvins. So, but I didn't want to give up just yet. I didn't want to give up on my Arby's Golden Corral Long John Silver's goal. Mm-hmm. So we approached some cops.
Police officers, people.
Which we should have done probably very much so earlier in that day, and we wouldn't have had this adventure. So we approached the cops, and I took the lead, and I was like, hey, guys, you know, love your work. You guys know where I can, you know, we could find like I don't know, an Arby's or something like that. He's like, an Arby's, and I was like, yeah, or like even like just like a, you know, like a Golden Corral or what was the last thing I said? Or Long John Silver's.
Mm-hmm.
They're like, you're not gonna get an Arby's here at all. And then he pointed like down to like Gateway, and he's like, oh, um, there's a mall over there, and you could probably get like I forgot what he recommended, like maybe Owl House or something like that, Applebee's. He pointed over there. He's like, that's like if you go 15 minutes over there, driving, of course, you'll like find them all and there's food. And I was like, yeah, we're obviously walking though, so that's probably not gonna work. And I feel so bad for him because in his eyes, I felt like he was getting punked. Like no one wants Arby's. And it's like, Arby's, if we can't have Arby's, next best thing, you know, Golden Corral.
Mm-hmm.
And if we can't have Golden Corral, third best thing, you know. Keep forgetting Long John Silver's. You know, there's no human being that, like, works like that. So he was like, yeah, but there's a bunch of, like, stuff here, too, if you want to check it out. So
Yeah, he gave us directions to, like, your house, pretty much.
yeah, because I also asked for Denny's, too, because I knew that Denny's was over there. He's like, Denny's? Yo, Denny's going straight down there.
Mm-hmm.
And he pointed to where my house was at, like, the general direction of my house. And obviously we weren't lost, but it was funny to ask him for directions and stuff and see if he would recommend being Arby's nearby. But obviously there wasn't. So we walked by Boston Market. We went into what supermarket was that? Was that like a Walgreens also?
Yeah, I think so. Yeah, it was another Walgreens.
Yeah.
Something like that. Yeah, it was Walgreens because it was the pharmacy in the back.
Oh yeah, okay. So we walked into Walgreens. You know, I actually called Brooklyn recently, or Brooklyn called me recently, and we were talking about like her getting on podcasts and stuff like that. And she said like her mom works there. Her mom works at like a mail place that's by there, like in that same strip of like stores and stuff. That's pretty cool. I was like, oh, cool, small world. So there was like a Dunkin', a GameStop, Boston Market, which surprised me because I thought it was like a supermarket thing because of the name.
Yeah,
Market.
me too.
But it was like a sit down place and had like a LED screen or whatever that had all the orders and stuff like that, the number of orders. But then we didn't end up going. We didn't end up going to Boston Market.
Yeah, I looked through the window. There was no one in there as well.
It's not even workers.
Yeah, like no one in there. Yeah, and I saw like the menu. It didn't look that good, honestly.
It's just like what did he say? We ranked a bunch of fast food and stuff.
So it was like Thanksgiving.
Yeah, he said it was like Thanksgiving year round.
Mm-hmm. So yeah, we ended up going in, and so we just walked to your house, or like on the direction of your house.
Yeah, towards my house.
Yeah. Oh, also, we also sat down for like a minute again.
Oh
So,
yeah.
Yeah, I think at the time I shoes the most, and then
The wasp
a wasp
situation.
landed on me, and then Angel will have to kill it.
Yeah, I was faking a phone call with the flip phone. It was a flip phone, by the way, the
Uh-huh.
phone that I found. I don't know if I mentioned that. Like, it's really trash flip phone. So I kept, like, to lighten the mood a bit, like, to keep spirits high, I would occasionally fake a phone call to my mom, just, like, say a slur and be like, don't call me again, Mom. And, you know, just a little funny bit here and there. And so I was doing that, and I heard you go, ah! And I was like, what? You like, Angel, kill it. I was like, kill it. And then I saw that, like, a wasp had landed on you, so, like, what the fuck did I even use? Did I just like? I probably
just fucking, like,
yeah,
balled it.
I probably just like balled my hand up in a fist and smacked it with the side of my fist.
Yeah.
And killed it. And it was like, bro, there was blood on that shit. That shit was like,
that shit was bleeding on me, bro.
it's like if you bit into a Gushers, bro. POV Gushers splashes right
Shit
there.
blew up. And yeah, so then we walked to your house, and then we had W Beats.
Yeah, we had W Eats, but before W Eats, we low-key got the offer of a lifetime.
Oh yeah, I forgot about him.
You say it so negatively, like he's looking at your best friend and give you the best deal you've ever had in your whole life, bro. Shut up. Tell
Yeah,
him about,
we
tell
were
him about
walking.
Mike.
Mike.
That's his name, Mike.
Oh.
It's the Asher Mike.
Oh yeah. There was this. We were walking like to the to a place to eat by Angel's house because we knew we were at that point.
So we're probably gonna go to like a Wendy's or. You know,
Yeah,
Checkers.
and then some guy was like, "Hey, you want a haircut?"
yeah.
Yeah, and you're like, "Huh? No, it's free."
It's on me the first time. And we don't have super long hair. Like, you know, it's like, but a lot of people around that area probably have like a buzz cut or like much shorter hair.
Mhm.
So he's probably like, I'm gonna get these kids straight, you know. So we cross the street. I think I was doing like some hypothetical about your dad or something like that. And then as we like got to the corner, as we crossed and we're gonna turn left, before we crossed the street, we didn't have the light, and so this guy behind us was like, yo, y'all need a cut or something? I'll give y'all a cut for free. But you have to pay for the next one though. And that was actually a little bit scary. I was like, nah, but I indulged it because we had some time before the light came. I was like, all right, cool. What's your name, by the way? Like, who do we ask for when we want to cut? And he's like, I'm right here. Just ask for Mike. And I was like, all right, I got you, Mike. And he's like, yeah, I'll get you straight. It's like W, man. So
W means.
What eventually ended up happening is we just ended up going to Denny's. We ended up walking towards my house, and we went to Denny's. And so we had Denny's, W Eats. I tried applying for there, but there was no like. It was all just like cooking jobs. I think. I think there was like maybe one hostess thing, but I don't even think it was like the late night shift like they said. So, kind of out. But what do we have?
I had a bourbon burger. I think it was called
Barbecue bacon bourbon burger.
No, it was barbecue. No barbecue on there.
It just sounded cool.
Sorry. Yeah, it was a bourbon bacon burger. I know the bacon on it too, I'm pretty sure. Yeah, it was pretty good. I took the onions off because it was like fat raw onions on there. I didn't like it. So I took the onions off, and yeah, that's it.
And yeah, double the onion action because you also got onion rings.
Oh yeah, the onions are really good.
Yeah,
you like them?
Yeah, I like
mozzarella sticks were really good that you had too.
Yeah, I only ordered mozzarella sticks and milk. That was my dinner of choice, and it was W though. It was W. After that, we just ended up going our separate way. Well, we walked to my place, and then I walked.
No, I'm on the way to my house anyway.
Yeah, and then you walked to your house, and it was a W trip.
You have a good day, Angel.
A fantastic day today.
I forgot what you all day.
Anyways, to wrap it up really quickly because a bunch of my family just got here. We just had Denny's. We enjoyed some Denny's. I got a free refill on milk, which they usually don't do because the milk portions were low, bro. The drink portions were low. You just had a water, right?
Yeah, water.
So mozzarella sticks were great. I really enjoyed the mozzarella sticks. The onion rings were great. I'm sure your burger was good.
Yeah, I like the burger a lot.
And
I'd rate it one of the best burgers I had because I had like Action Burger, and I had like a Wendy's burger.
Those are incomparable.
Yeah.
Those are like three completely different fucking.
Yeah,
like
totally.
Yeah, it's like Nutella burger versus like bourbon burger versus.
Yeah, I had a Goodies burger too, but I don't think it was up there.
I think I got like the Steve McQueen burger, which is just like a mac and cheese burger there. I've had two. I had the mac and cheese burger at Goodies and the one at I was gonna say Shake Shack.
Yeah.
What the fuck?
I forgot what I got, but it was like so big that like I couldn't eat it.
Bro, it's a chicken sandwich, right? I like the chicken and waffles. Nah, I'm thinking of Eastside. Eastside got. Wait.
I got a like burger with like hamburger meat in it.
Good Eats.
Yeah, Good Eats.
Oh, I thought you were talking about Smash Burger. Oh, not Smash Burger. What the fuck is it called? You just said it. The one on Grand. Action Burger. Yeah, fuck, I forgot. Don't go to Action Burger, by the way. That's our. We're gonna gatekeep. We're gonna gatekeep it. Yeah, save your cholesterol, but also we're gatekeeping it. It's a W place for us. Yeah, we ended up having Denny's. That was great, and then we went our separate ways, and that was our most recent adventure. And Neil came over today to watch the menu. We just saw the menu, which we might have some things to say about that another time.
I feel like watching a YouTube video about that because there was like definitely some like analyzing stuff that goes into it.
Oh, definitely.
People, yeah.
With the ending especially.
Yeah. Yeah, I know people are mad that like it's not a spoiler, but maybe cut the part out. Give like a warning. I don't know.
Yeah, I'll put a spoiler there right here.
In the end, one girl was able to survive because she wanted a burger instead of the shit food that they were serving. So she said, "Yeah, just give me a burger," and then she lived. I know people. I'll be so mad about other people,
like,
bro.
thank you for making me enjoy cooking again.
Yeah.
Like for making an honest meal for once instead of, a lot of the blame is on him. But we'll get into that another time.
Also, I want to preface: don't blame actors. Okay, blame people who hire them. Blame the directors.
Such a grease, bro. That was literally
because
Alice.
listen, if someone offered me a movie star role, right, and said I'm gonna pay you $1 million. I'm taking it, bro.
I don't care if I don't even care if I'm being paid, bro. If I'm gonna be in a movie, that's already W's.
No, but let's say it's like an indie film that's not gonna make a lot of money, and they're like, we're gonna pay you like $20,000, and you come over for like a little bit, maybe like 2 days, and you act up. I'm taking that, bro. I don't care how bad I am. I'm taking that, bro. Yeah. 20K 2 days, 10K a day.
Don't punish people for that, because that's grease, and they probably have better roles. Like, dude was Sid. Like, how you hating on Sid this love? Bro was also Sid,
Free from Ice Age.
Free my man Sid.
Yeah, and I also like I don't think Cole Sprouse is a bad actor.
Oh.
But, the script in Riverdale is really bad. And people recognize it. They're like, yo, Cole Sprouse, because he acted in, like, a couple other movies, like, recently.
Yeah.
Like, he's actually not a bad actor. It's just
5 feet apart, right?
Yeah, it was. Yeah, it's just like the script that they gave him was absolutely horrid in Riverdale.
Yeah, there's only so much you could do. I was gonna say I saw a tweet and it was like guys, they just confirmed that apparently Riverdale and this other show are in the same universe, and they're like, somebody responded like, dude, Riverdale and Riverdale aren't even in the same universe. You're tweaking. It was like Riverdale and Arrow or some dumb shit like that. I don't know.
No way.
Yeah, no, it was like Riverdale and some other dumbass show, and they're like, guys, they just confirmed. I was like, there's no way that's true because half the shit that goes on in Riverdale doesn't fucking make any sense.
Yeah.
The musical episode was that you highly recommend people to go check that one out.
Who?
The musical Riverdale episode. You talking about that was the only lit episode that you?
That's the only episode I skipped. No, cause the musical episodes I didn't really like them that much because I never watched any of them in full. So like what would happen is right, they'd start singing. The show would start like the episode would start.
Yeah.
And they start singing like 5 minutes and they haven't stopped. Like, can I get a Big Mac? Because they like, go to restaurants and stuff to like hang out.
Somebody sampled that.
Yeah. and then turn it off.
Yeah.
Because they don't stop singing until to the end.
Yeah, that sounds annoying.
Yeah, and it's, yeah, no hate on the people, but they auto tune the fuck out of them because most people there can't sing. You know, like maybe 2 or 3 of them, like the main cast that could sing. They auto tune the fuck out of them, bro. Like it doesn't sound real. It sounds like like Fetty Wap like singing, bro.
Dude, Fetty Wap is bangers though. He came back with yams. That's crazy.
No, I mean like his real voice to his normal voice.
Like,
so it's like
definitely
so different. So like when you're used to the actor's voice. And you just know I just not them singing.
Yeah.
It just sounds so weird.
Yeah. We sound like such old heads for going so into detail about shows and movies. Like as kids, we obviously wouldn't give a shit, but now we're just like, bro, this is incoherent dog shit. Sucks going back. I talk about this in my own podcast. I was like, sucks going back to like movies and shows that you really like.
I should listen to that on the way here. I'm like,
oh really?
Yeah, I'm like 20 minutes in on the walk. I'll listen to it.
W Mans. Yeah. You know, Christian. Actually, hold up, really quickly.
Ad break.
Sick of the ads.
Dude, we have to after this. We have to film a Disney Plus ad prank as the Mandalorian. Mandalorian alien.
You should make costumes and everything.
No, just like an audio ad. Like thank you to our sponsor Disney Plus.
And wait, what? Chewbacca the alien?
Yeah,
just come in.
Something like that, bro. Thank you to our sponsor Disney Plus and Leia Skywalker the alien.
Skywalker the alien. All right, cool.
All right, yeah. Shout out to our sponsor Disney Plus. Tune in March 1st, 2023 to watch the season premiere of The Mandalorian. Here's a word from Krika from Mandalorian Season 3.
Nakuka no makashi na Mandalorian kalina Disney Plus March for yala no nakasha nalo da kayora.
Thank you.
Okay, sorry. Had to take a quick just got a revelation.
Yeah,
of
a
an
cool
idea.
ad break revelation. Let's go.
Yeah. But like I was saying, W Mans for listening to the podcast. Christian also listens to our podcast.
All of them?
Shout out. I'm gonna read exactly what it was. Shout out our friend Christian A, the GOAT, bartender.
Honestly, I think our podcasts are pretty good for people that know us at least. Maybe if you don't know us, you might not like it, but I know Kente likes them.
Yeah, I mean, Connect like pops in a podcast and stuff like that. What's it called? Yeah, Connect works and stuff like that all the time, and he like pretty much basically only.
Well, he says he likes them at least.
Yeah,
but I think he's being honest because he said he didn't like other videos, so he's probably being honest.
Yeah, he's definitely a blunt man. But here's what our friend Christian said. It was something about some illegal activities, and I was like, oh, I didn't know you partook in that, and he was like, it depends who's asking. I was like, oh, bro, say less. And he said, I've heard the podcast. I know what you dabble in. I tip my hat to you, and I was like, thanks for tuning in. And I told him my thing is like a bi-weekly, like my bi-weekly podcast right now, unless he's talking about the one with you and I, obviously. Either way, thanks for tuning in. He was like, oh, I suffered through both. Wrote little reviews for each episode. That's like, right. Wrote little reviews for each episode. W Mans, absolute man above men. And we're also going to get into a smite match with him soon and body him and his team, which is unfortunate. I hate to see the poor kid die. Yeah. He's a bartender now.
If he does lose that, I think he's going to hear this. I'm 95% sure because he challenged us, because back when me and Rich and Orlando played Rainbow in high school,
yeah,
he challenged us to his 5-man versus our 5-man.
Yeah.
And we beat him.
Oh, shit. The redemption arc?
Barely beat him. We barely beat him.
Okay.
They're really good.
Redemption arc. All right, well... Eastside's
it
very adamant.
was like neck and neck.
Let's instigate right now because Eastside seems very adamant that they don't stand a chance against us. So Christian, if you're listening to this right now, which love you for tuning in, this shit is gonna get
It's
dirty.
looking funny because he asked to surrender most of the matches because like he's doing bad or something like that.
he's
like
he's such a walking W, dude. I swear to God, he's such a fucking comedian. Yeah, no, it's always, and he never says it just once. It's never just once. Like, can we surrender, guys?
He makes sure to hear it.
He's like, surrender. Did my mic go out? Surrender.
He's like, hear me, come on, surrender.
It's like, what are we playing this game for? It's so fucking funny. But yeah, can't right now, Christian.
Oh God,
Yeah.
don't say it on here.
No,
we just got banned for some weird shit. You just cut that out. We bleep that out. Yeah.
I got banned for being a little bit inappropriate and toxic. Is what I'll say. Yeah. So yeah. I was like, bro, that's crazy. That's dumb confidence. But yeah, so Christian, if you listen to this, love you to death. Thanks for tuning in, and hopefully see that Spite match soon. And hopefully you can serve me some W drinks because I'll put my whole trust and life into your hands because I'm assuming you're a great bartender, and I don't doubt that. But that being said, do you want to wrap things up really quickly with how you've been doing? Because we haven't seen you in a year.
A year?
Yeah,
Oh, last year. I forgot.
Yeah.
I forgot.
Brady really forgot. That's ridiculous.
Yeah, I'll wrap things up really quickly. Things been going good. School started. Last time, or like last, a couple podcasts, because we haven't done it in a long time, I was like, this is going to be the best semester. I could already tell. Like, the last thing I did, last semester, this one's not going to be as good. I can already tell. I kind of tell these things, but I'm still going to have a fun semester. I know it, but... My friend Kanete, we don't have any like time together because our schedules don't line up this time around. Because last time we ate breakfast and lunch together every day almost, like 4 days out of the week. This time we can't do that, and he has work after, so I'm barely gonna be seeing him for a while. Yeah, but my classes are better than last time. It's really just that's gonna be worse, but because so like, but it doesn't even out like how you would think it would. Even though I have much better classes, I would say.
Of course.
He's like. It's like a lot of fun, hanging out and stuff in school. So yeah.
Well, definitely. Looking forward to nothing right now. I'm looking forward to nothing right now. I'm glad you're having fun classes and stuff right now. I have debt to pay off to my college, so right now I'm just applying to places looking for a part-time. I'm gonna have a bunch of time to work on podcasts and my own videos and stuff, which link down into the description to my shit. I've also been dabbling on TikTok a lot more, just because I told you, it's really easy to make content on TikTok. You know me,
I would watch all of them, but sadly I don't have it anywhere right now because of college and whatnot.
Yeah, I was gonna say, I'm not gonna, hold that against you. You told me even before, like I started making.
But every time I have it, like once a month, I like have it for like 10 minutes because it's like either something the Eastside wants to show me or something like that.
Yeah.
And when I have it, I watch I watch all the Kenneth, I watch all of yours, I watch all of my other friend. Yeah.
Yeah. Shout out DJ Tukes, by the way. That's
it's like once a month. Sometimes when somebody sends me something like, "Oh, I was saying on TikTok," I'm like, "All right, I download it for like 1 second."
Yeah, Eastside sends a lot. Eastside sends a lot of shit over.
No, but lately he's been sending it to me on messages.
Oh,
so
okay.
We're good.
Oh, that makes also shout out DJ Tukes, our friend Kenley, lucky to goat. It was funny at first because the name sounded funny, but he's actually going crazy. Like he's like doing parties and stuff like that, and he has like official gear and stuff like that, and the shirts that he had somebody design and stuff like that, crazy. He's going absolutely crazy right now. Fuck with his content. I'm probably gonna link it down below also. Just W Man's overall, and he likes my videos too. So it's a mutual respect kind of thing. Love you, Kenley. But yeah, no, for me, it's just gonna be content creation and looking for a job. My mom said she might find me like a security job somewhere.
Security?
Yeah.
That's valid.
Yeah, W. So we'll see. Ishmael has a security job. The homie Ishmael, which he also wants to get on the podcast. I don't know if this one or mine. Either way, he's welcome, and we can plan something out. But yeah, excited to hopefully get a job very soon, as soon as I possibly can. Pay off that debt, have some of my own money. That'd be nice. And I'm finally 21 now. Since the last podcast we recorded like December something, late December. Finally turned 21 now. W. That's about it. That's about all that's going on with me. I got banned from Smite. Been hopping on Discord. And been editing these videos like crazy. That's essentially the rundown of me. And you, it's just college, right?
Yeah, college, homework, stuff like that. I've also been doing, personal business stuff. And yeah, stuff like that.
W. Well, any kind words to wrap it up?
Fuck you guys, I hate you.
I'm not gonna end it there.
Okay.
I'm not gonna fucking end it there. That's just so fucking disrespectful.
That was a joke. That was a joke, guys.
Actually,
Come on. I'm sure one of you laughs at that, maybe, hopefully, or not. I don't know.
1 out of the 11 of y'all fucking are on the floor laughing, holding your gut
Put
right now.
LOL if you laughed at that. In the comments.
If you made it this far, I love you so much. But yeah, I mean, how do we end things up? I mean, thanks for tuning in. Thanks for listening. As always, this has been Schmieef Talk, and
yeah, it's a wrap. See you next month.
next month. Yeah, that's actually true. All right, see you guys next month. Bye. We love you. Bye.
I don't.
She like petty crime, she had green eyes like Mountain Dew. And where she go, I'll never know, her friends bounce to. I guess it's their loss, cause they'll never know, we'll mount to.